You know what I watched the other day, Mike? I have still not seen Lawrence of Arabia. But you know what I did watch? Oh, a 2-disc, a 2 Blu-ray set of Randy Macho Man Savage. There's a documentary on him, and then just all of his matches, like all his greatest matches. That guy, I like him. The late great, some of the best interviews I've ever seen.
How do you follow up 30 VHS tapes of the Morton Downey Jr. show?
Well, simple. You go and you buy a 2 Blu-ray set of the best of Macho Man Randy Savage. There's no blooper reel on it, though. No, he was intense. He didn't crack up.
I'll tell you what, AP Mike. I'm coming for you, AP Mike. You gotta listen to me right now, AP Mike. You gotta hear what I'm saying, AP.
Is there any stuff from the Slim Jim era?
Oh, yeah. I tell you, if you were looking for a spokesman,
oh yeah,
man, he pushed that Slim Jim stuff they signed him for that Slim Jim thing. He's wearing Slim Jims to the wrestling match. He's got a hat that says Slim Jim on it. He's showing up at NASCAR things as Slim Jim as a logo on some dude's car. He show up at everything. Slim Jim got their money's worth out of Macho Man. Yeah, he's just like,
I tell you what, AP Mike. You hear me, AP Mike?
It'd be great to get Macho Man Randy Savage do like Audible.com ads.
Everybody want to get books? If you can't read, you go to Audible.com and you check it out. You see what the book you want to get. You get the book. Any book on any subject. Use offer code. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You want to get the Savage Cast? It's the Macho Man Randy Savage podcast.
This is assuming he's still alive. He's passed away, unfortunately.
Well, doesn't Dan Savage have a podcast? Like Dan Savage and Macho Man Randy
Savage and Savage.
Savage and Savage.
They team up. That's like...
That appeals to no one.
That's like a bad sitcom about like, we're pairing you two guys together to do a podcast. Like this failing podcast network.
Yeah. They pair up Dan Savage and Macho Man Randy Savage and Josh Gad.
You listen to me, Josh Gad. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you the cream always rises to the top.
One of the best clips ever is him, Macho Man Randy Savage, doing the thing with Mean Gene Okerlund. Was like, I'm here with Macho Man Randy Savage, and he's like,
I'm telling you, Mean Gene, Commissioner Gene Tunney, he's trying to put me down
and he has a creamer in his hand. That he got from a table nearby.
Craft Service
has just coffee pot on it with some creamer.
Sanka, yeah.
He's got this creamer, and he just keeps going.
I'm telling you, the cream rises to the top.
And it is the most effective prop comedy I've ever seen in my life. It's the best prop comedy in history that he's doing with a thing he grabbed from a table before he walked on the set.
5 seconds before. He said, oh, you know what? That'll work.
Oh, Macho Man. Randy Poffo. His dad was a pro wrestler. He was his brother. He got his brother in. Macho Man. Rest in peace. Still haven't watched... there we go. Mike just cracked open his 19th Coors Light in honor of Macho Man. Sure, it's in honor of Macho Man. Who am I paying tribute to? What? Who is he? Yeah. But you're just pouring one out down your throat. Let's pour some out. Best show, you're on the air.
This is Dash from Elizabeth. I've got one for the topic.
What do you got?
Well, I'm so glad you brought up Macho Man Randy Savage, because I want to nominate Hulk Hogan for Worst Celebrity iPod.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan would have a terrible iPod.
It's a lot of like Bubba the Love Sponge podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. That would be...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm listening to you.
I feel like he'd have a lot of his own music on there.
And his daughters. Brooke. A lot of Brooke Hogan.
Yeah. Then he would, like, ask his children, like, what cool stuff he should put
Hey, brother. Yeah. Nick, what are you listening to these days?
Yeah.
Skrillex? Yeah, Nick put a bunch of EDM on my iPod.
Yeah, load it up. Load it up, brother. Hey, Hulkster, what's on your iPod?
Well, I'm glad you asked me, brother. My son Nick loaded it up. What do I got on here? It's got some Jimmy Buffett. Got Jimmy Buffett, about 12 gigs of Bubba the Love Sponge, some demos my daughter just did, and then a DJ set that Nick's DJ set that's pre-recorded when he goes to DJ. Nick's pre-recorded DJ set. He uses my iPod as a backup.
Yeah. Remember when Hulk Hogan was in that movie?
Over the Top?
Over the Top.
Yep.
Wait, Over the Top's the arm wrestling.
That's the arm wrestling movie, right? Isn't that Stallone and Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, but the Hulk Hogan one is called No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred, yeah.
Where he plays Rip Randall. Not Riff Randall.
Not Riff Randall.
No. And his acting is so bad in the movie that they show, you'll hear him talking, but they show people listening to him say lines because they must have looked.
Just ADR'd.
And there's a point when he's in this French restaurant with Joan Severance, and he's saying to her, like, there's this waiter who's like, we do not have the hot dog for you, like, just giving him.
He's not used to being in a fancy restaurant.
Because that's what this guy pegs him as. But then Hulk shows him by speaking French. And by speaking French, I mean he says, oui, j'ai faim. Like, that's
it. That's it.
Oui, j'ai faim.
You know, the writer of that movie there was a paragraph that was like, oh, this will be really great. This is a real set piece.
Yeah, Hulk turned it around on him. This snob thought he was didn't know anything about French food. He showed him by saying 3 words in French.
It's a classic snobs versus slobs scenario.
Oui, j'ai faim. So, caller.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great.
Excuse me for saying this. Did we talk yet? I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, very briefly.
You said you suggested Hulk Hogan?
I sure did.
Well, young man, you go to the top of the list. I would say Hulk Hogan is the best one to date.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks for the call.
Thanks, brother.
Oui, j'ai faim.